This was the moment I'd been waiting for. After weeks of planning, upgrades, and wrenching, I finally get to test the build in the wild. But before I made it to this campsite, a lot had to happen.
What's up guys, I'm Janet Breslin. Welcome back to my channel and episode 2 of my Land Cruiser build series.
In the first episode, we gave this 2025 Land Cruiser a serious lift, new suspension, new tires, and a new personality. Just like last episode of this build, I'm here to get my hands dirty and be put to work. So Dimitri, tell me what we've got going on today.
Well, today the truck is getting special mods on top of the roof. Now, we're here to install a front runner roof rack, and it's gonna be a great piece of equipment that's going to add a bunch of opportunities for mounts, for tents, for all these other accessories that are going to go right on top. So.
Yeah, exactly. I know so many activities to basically have like the best outdoor experience.
Oh, absolutely. This is kind of like the starting point to get everything else done. So,
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, that sounds good. So here's the thing though, like I know a lot of this gear and these accessories, it adds a lot of weight to the vehicle, right? So like, I mean, how much payload does this thing actually have? And like, will this, like, how much does this contribute to that?
Well, I mean, I think overall we're maybe adding maybe 100 pounds, maybe depending if we're adding like tents or not, which we're going to be adding later. But the roof rack itself, I would say maybe 100 pounds. We'll have to look exactly numbers. But something to consider is that before we put this on, we're actually going to take off your factory rack. So we'll subtract some weight and add some weight. So overall, it's a minor difference.
Got it. Yeah. Okay, cool. So there's still enough weight to bring my margaritas and snacks, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. The whole mixer. Yeah.
As long as I can bring my snacks.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome. All right. Let's get to it.
All right. Okay. So what we have here is all the rails and crossbar. So what we're going to do is basically assemble a basket, which we're eventually going to mount to the top of the truck.
Basket. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Love it. At this point, we remove the rest of the stock rack and start installing the new thing. It's always a good day for a girl when she can trade in her old rack for a new rack. It's here. This is your new front runner rooftop tent. You get your box and they tell you what to think and what to say. I agree.
All right, look at this transformation, Jana. What do you think?
It's like already coming to life.
Oh yeah, it's looking really nice. So we're at a point where we're ready to accessorize this thing. So next we're gonna put on the rooftop tent.
Yeah, that's like that's like the next huge thing, right?
Oh, for sure. It's like a house on wheels. Yeah.
Say no more. I like that. It's like just another place where I can leave when Evan bothers me too much.
Yeah,
it's like, peace out, bro. I'm gonna go over here.
Down by the river, so we're out. Okay, awesome. Sounds good. Well, let's get to it.
All right, let's do it. All right, we've got the tires, we got the wheels, we got the lift, we got all the front runner gear so I can get the F outside. But next stop, we gotta put this thing to the test, so Eagle Lakes, here we come. Initial thoughts on our first drive up to the mountains. On side streets, this rack and rooftop tent is fairly noisy actually. It's creaky and squeaky and it seems like any little bump that you go over, it really does affect it, and it has caused a lot of internal noise in the cab of the vehicle. But now we're on the highway, and after it seems like we've been driving for some time, and after we get over 40 miles an hour, a lot of that noise seems to have subsided, which makes it a little bit more comfortable once you're, you know, on your main trek up to the mountains. Got this beautiful river with some gorgeous fall trees sitting here in the rain. What I like too is that the front here, there's this open space that's not padded that can be used to like keep your shoes or whatever. It's almost like this is just a good amount of space up here to fit two fairly lean people and still be kind of comfortable. This pad too is also, I could sleep on this. So I got my setup up here. This is not the worst thing to do. Right here, what feels like in the middle of nowhere, in the rain, just so peaceful.
My first night in the front runner tent was actually more comfortable than I was expecting. I had to pee in the middle of the night and the ladder was a little slick from all the rain, which can be a little treacherous, but all in all, it's not a bad way to spend the night outdoors. All right, it's time to go over the pros and cons of the front runner rooftop tent. Up first, the pros. Number one, cost. This thing is very cost efficient. I know that there are a lot of other tents out there that are hard shell, they're very robust and expensive, and I feel like for this thing, you really kind of get exactly what you need. Number two, comfort. Once this thing is set up, it's genuinely comfortable. The pad that you lay on is actually very comfortable to lay on, and what I really appreciate is the vented dual windows. You can really open up everything. You can see basically on all four sides, which I really appreciate. And another thing I also enjoy is the sturdiness of the zippers and just how everything is manufactured. I think it's just very well put together. Number three, for weight and packability, it's light enough to where you don't need an army of people to put the thing together, which I can like. As far as the build quality, I really appreciate the zippers and materials that were used to make this tent. I think it's high quality and it just feels nice to use. Now let's talk about the cons because there are a few. Number one is setup and takedown. Unlike some of the hard shell tents, this one takes time. Thankfully, I had my husband there with me to help me, unpack this thing and put it back together because you do need two people. And when it's pouring rain or you've got inclement weather, those extra 5 or 10 minutes does seem like it takes a little bit longer. Now for the profile, this rooftop tent does sit up quite a bit higher, which means there's a little bit more wind resistance and probably takes a small hit on fuel economy, but that also could be because of the front runner rack, which does sit up a bit higher. Now the cover, and maybe the biggest con isn't about the tent at all, it's about me. Rooftop camping is a whole different experience. It's simple, it's effective, and honestly, there's something really romantic about being high up listening to the rain. Until, of course, you need to use the bathroom at midnight. That's when ground camping starts to make a lot more sense. Little things like the truck rocking slightly when one of us rolled over, that's not the tent's fault, that's the reality of the lifestyle. So is the front runner rooftop tent a good buy? Absolutely. If you love rooftop tent camping, this is a great tent for a great price. Like any product, it has its pros and cons, and it's up to every overlander to decide what kind of adventure engine drives their outdoor experience. For me, I'm stoked to try it again when the weather's not working against me. Rain or shine, I'll keep getting outside, even when it means I'm still figuring out whether my version of GTFO is a little more ground-based. So with that said, if you guys appreciate this content, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe for future Earn Your Freedom content. And until the next video, get the fuck outside.